real treasure chest.
How do you know there's treasure in there?
Why else would it be locked? Plus, there's a treasure map hanging directly above it.
아, 여기 보자.
What's the deal with that painting on the front?
Not sure. We should check that treasure map too.
트레저 맵. 아, 요게 보이는 위치. 왼쪽에 드래곤이고 오른쪽에 뭐 섬, 그리고 멀리 요게 요 나무가 보이는. 왼쪽에 드래곤, 오른쪽에 섬. 여기 아니야? 딴 데 없죠? 여긴데? 이거 4의 아이. 저 얘는 뭐야? 4의 아이고 롤스를 보는 방향이라고 하면 되나? 아, 이건가 그럼? 이걸 수도 있겠네. 왼쪽에 드래곤? 아, 멀리 보이니까 얘가 좀 더 멀리 있으니까 여기서 보는 걸 수도 있겠다. 웨스턴 서쪽 방향으로 6의 H EFG H6 요게 서쪽 방향.
That's done it.
아, 맞았다.
Neat.
Neat.
What was in the box?
More wooden models. These are a little different to the one on the desk.
아, 코 고는 소리. 이게 뭐예요? 색칠된 조각상. 초록색 머리를 한 아이의 형상. 회색 머리를 한 여자의 형상. 빨갛고 하얀 새의 형상. 큰 어깨를 가진 남자의 형상. 나무 조각상들은 모두 손으로 색을 칠한 것이다. 하지만 전문가의 손길로 보이지는 않는다. 빨간 물감통과 붓이 근처에 보인다. 붓에는 빨간 물감이 말라붙어 있다. 빨간 물감? 초록색의 머리를 한 아이는 프레야겠고, 회색 머리는 플로라겠고, 빨갛고 하얀색? 빨갛고 하얀색은 모르겠고, 큰 어깨는 펠릭스인가? 아니면 다른 모르는 사람? 뭐지? 물어볼까요? 이건 뭐야?
An old wooden mask.
Probably cursed.
여기에 있는 건?
A little hand-painted statue.
How can you tell it's hand-painted?
Well, the paints are right there on the desk. Also, I mean, no offense, but you can just tell.
색칠된 조각상. 검을 들고 있는 남자의 나무 조각상. 조각상은 직접 칠했지만 전문가의 손길은 아니다. 노란색, 파란색, 검은색, 흰색 물감이 근처에서 발견됐다. 시계?
It's a barometer. That is
귀엽게.
broken.
I've never seen a barometer that wasn't broken.
여기서
Hammock.
주무시는 건가?
It's kind of worn out.
I would politely describe it as lived in.
The entire room is made of wood.
Oh, it's not just made of wood. I think it's the actual hull of a ship.
전체가 배같이 돼 있고
Shelf junk.
잡동사니.
It's a magic lamp. Can we summon the genie?
If we get really stuck, sure.
어디에 가볼까요? 여긴 뭐야? 이게 진술 그건가 봐요. 지금까지 얻은 정보로 뭘 할 수 있다는 건가? 한번 그냥 가볼까요? 용의자 진술.
All the statements collected. Let's run through them all to see if anything doesn't add up.
To see if anyone's been lying.
That too.
Fitz and I were up in the Moonlight Garden most of the afternoon. Then we heard this sound. Lasted about 3 seconds.
We thought it was coming from Flora's tower, so we went up there.
Her door was locked. Nobody was answering. So I made Fitz kick down the door.
Poppy and I went in. Freya was right there, laying on her back.
I left my tower and headed down towards the Grand Hall.
But in the hall, I spotted Uncle Pointer heading down the stairs. I vacated the library, but before I could begin my ascent, Professor Pointer appeared.
I didn't know what to do. so I ran downstairs to get Fifi.
I heard someone heading down the stairs. They're just outside my room.
Someone began banging on the door. I ignored it until the someone began shouting at me.
Eventually, she let me in.
I spotted Detective Hawkshaw coming out of the library.
He emerged from the pointer staircase, crossed the hall, and begun up the fellow staircase. As I was passing through the front door, Penelope called out from behind me. I inquired about the professor, and she told me he'd gone up the fellow tower.
I told her what had happened. She didn't believe me. She got angry.
I thought she was playing a trick on me, so I punched her in the face.
I recognized Fiona's voice as well as the voice of my own daughter.
We left the room, and Poppy's father was waiting outside. He followed us upstairs.
I ran up the stairs, hoping to catch up with him, but Felix appeared and blocked my path.
Back in the hallway, I bumped into a very concerned-looking Penelope. She was heading up Fellow Tower to find Professor Pointer. So I escorted her.
Poppy left the room for a while. When she came back, she had her father with her, and Fifi too.
Felix and Penny arrived shortly after we did.
A moment later, we were gazing down on the body of poor Freya.
Then I took a sample of the red paint on the unfinished painting.
She took me down to the library. We were in there about 15 minutes.
I quickly decided that I should leave also. I took Penelope with me, and we both went back to our rooms in Pointer Tower.
I wanted to go back to my room, but I realized nobody had told Detective Hawkshaw anything.
An unremarkable hour passed before the gardener finally made his appearance.
I think she was annoyed about being made to wait outside so long. But when I told her about Freya, she fell silent.
That's disappointing.
What is?
All the statements line up with each other.
They don't just line up. Some of them even seem to specifically confirm each other.
뭐야? 다 된 거야? 아니 근데 펠릭스가 2명이 내려왔다고 그랬는데 1명이 뽑히고 1명은 안 밝혀졌네. 1명이? 이게 다 된 건가? 다 한 거야 이게? 이제 말하러 다니면 되나 또? 딴 데를 가볼까요? 프레야의 방이구나. 이거는
It's a little glass
짝정벌레?
box.
I think it's a vivarium.
Come again?
See the leaves and twigs in there? Might have been for keeping insects.
A pillow with a paw print pattern.
It's a cushion.
Yeah, but that doesn't alliterate.
뭘 그리는
That
거야?
painting is really something.
Why would you want it looming over your bed like that?
Maybe Freya enjoyed the atmosphere it creates.
The atmosphere of chaos and oppression?
Hang on. There's a smaller version down by the floor.
It's a photograph.
그림을 찍은 사진, 프레야의 추상화를 찍은 작은 사진, 위에 테이프 조각이 붙어 있다. 가장자리에는 검은 잉크로 줄이 그어져 있다. 요거 뭐야?
Do you think this was always supposed to be a bed?
I don't know. It is kind of a weird shape.
No windows either.
벽에는 뭐가 있는
Drawings
거예요?
taped up on the wall.
What's that one on the left?
Looks like two people standing together in a garden. One of them's holding a red rose.
어? 뭐야? 프레야의 그림. 정원에 있던 포피와 피츠를 그린 그림이다. 피츠가 빨간 장미를 들고 있다. 피피를 그린 그림이다. 함정 호크쇼를 그린 그림이다. 뭐지? 둘이 그리고 이거는 뭐예요?
Even though we're halfway up a tower, someone's been tracking in mud from outside.
진흙이 있고 금인형?
Freya's bear.
Looks pretty depressed.
He's had a rough couple of days.
It's a fish, I think?
I think it looks more like a whale.
Fine, it's a whale.
Could also be a shark.
이거는 뭐지? 낙서?
Did Freya paint those animals on her ceiling?
They're kind of simplistic.
Maybe she painted them when she was younger.
이거는
Do you think this was always
I don't know.
no windows
그런
either?
거네. 그래, 이 파이프 이런 건 뭐야 대체?
Just little trinkets.
Let's leave them alone.
It's a little wooden box for paintbrushes.
To the casual observer, maybe.
자세히 보자.
They're not real paintbrushes. Looks like they're part of some kind of lock mechanism.
붓을 바꿔서 올바른 순서를 찾아 종이 퍼즐을 맞춰 단서를 찾아. 퍼즐을 일단 여기도 이건데? 이렇게 찍힌 건가? 여기고 여기 같고 이건 이쪽 같고 요건가? 아닌데 이거 여기 안 맞는데 맨 위에 여기 있어야 돼가지고 이상하게 찍혀 있어. 이거다. 잠깐만요. 이게 여기에 맞아? 맞는 거 같은가? 아니면 내가 억지로 맞춘 건가? 이렇게. 요거가 여기. 더 밑으로 내려야겠다. 맨 밑이구나. 여기 같죠? 이게 여기. 이거. 어디 보자. 크기가 왼쪽이 작고 제일 작은 게 이거라는 거야? 뭐야 이 색이? 이게 가운데고 분홍색을 바꿀 수 있나? 아닌데? 가운데 맞고 이거는 요거다. 손잡이 색 초록색이 여기 맞고 이렇게 생긴 게 여기 맞고 이거 어떻게 바꿀 수 있나? 네 번째 맞고 파란색이 여기 그 다음에 이 색이 여기 맞고 이거 맞는 거 아닌가?
Nothing.
Did you
아니야?
find a hint on those? It looks like a ripped up jigsaw puzzle.
이거 요 모양의 이 분홍색 새 여기고 이거는 짧은 거고 짧은 거? 길이가 짧은 거라고? 이거야? 이게 여기고 이게 여긴가? 이게 길이인가 보구나. 길이가 짧은 거니까 이거 길이가 짧은 주황색이니까 그 다음에 초록색인데 이걸로는 모르고 분홍색에 요렇게 생긴 거 이거랑 이거랑 둘 중 하나인데 일단은 여기다 놓고 그 다음에 파란색 그리고 이 둘 중에 하나인데 모르고 이 모양은 지금 여기 하나밖에 없으니까 이거고 그래서 파란색은 여기고 초록색 남은 게 이거 맞고
That's done it.
Neat.
닛
What was in the box?
Just a photograph.
그냥
Well,
사진.
most of a photograph.
사진의 일부분. 찢어진 사진. 두 어린 소녀의 사진. 한 명은 빨간 머리, 다른 한 명은 초록 머리를 가졌다. 큰 부분이 없는 불완전한 사진. 찢겨진 것 같다. 저 피피 아니야? 피피랑 프레야? 근데 왜 찢겨져 있을까요? 이게 장가요?
Brushes, pencils.
They're clean, but they look pretty well used.
상자?
That's
아니
weird.
상자가 아니라
What
서랍?
did you find in the drawers?
Nothing. They're completely empty. It's
침대.
Freya's bed. A little bit messy.
It's a perfectly healthy amount of messy.
요 조명 뭐야?
Not the kind of lamp I choose for my bedroom, but fair enough.
It's cool. Looks like old mining equipment or something.
볼게 없나? 여기 피피의 방. 똑같은 인형 아닌가? 이건 뭐예요?
Phoebe's got something pinned up here.
What is all this?
봅시다. 요런 게 다 여기 많이 있네. 뭐야 이거 이거 그리모아랑 셀리잖아.
And that's you, Sally.
What? I do not look like that, do I?
Is that supposed to be me? Why do I look so angry?
That's just the face you make when you're thinking. Does make you wonder, though. When did Fifi draw all this?
그러니까 언제 그렸대? 호피.
It's Poppy. That's actually a pretty good drawing. Looks like
Fits.
fits.
뭐야 커플이라는 거야?
Looks like Professor Pointer.
It's
헉쇼.
Detective Hawkshaw.
페넬로피.
It's a drawing of Penny.
That's
플로랄.
gotta be Flora.
앨릭스.
I think that's supposed to be Felix. Arrows connecting all the different suspects.
They're not labeled, though.
Yeah, they're completely meaningless.
요걸로 뭐 가려져 있는 거 아니야?
Is
Maybe. Did you ever try that? Maybe it works.
Fifi?
Maybe. Did you ever try that?
이 물음표는 뭐야?
Is Fifi?
Maybe. Did you ever try that?
물음표요.
Is Fifi?
Maybe. Did you ever try that?
무슨 소리만 하네.
Did you notice who isn't on here?
Freya?
Mm-hmm. And
아 그러네.
Fifi
위피도
herself.
없고.
A new suspect.
용의자.
Don't think you can get out being questioned. Just
I'm innocent. I promise.
say
하는
it for the
거야?
judge.
둘이 잘 어울려. 이건 뭐야? 물
I don't know
마시는
what
거야?
that drink is, but I bet it's 99% sugar.
I'd read you the ingredients, but there's nothing written on the can.
That's even worse.
근데 피피의 방에 비해서 창문도 있고 그런데 프레야는 방이 너무 안 좋은 거 아니야?
Crystal chandeliers. Extra fancy.
I don't
샹들리에도
know.
없는데 여기.
They're kind of dusty.
한미경.
It looks like a microscope. A big one.
Can I touch it?
봅시다.
I'm not sure this is a microscope.
이 모양으로 맞추는 건가 봐요. 어디 보자. 아, 여기 배율이 나와 있네. 어디 보자. 이 꽃은 그대로인 것 같고 이렇게고 컵 이거는 이렇게인가? 너무 큰데? 될 것 같은데. 요걸 좀. 됐다. 된 거 아닌가? 아, 뭔가가 부족해. 이걸 잘 풀어? 이렇게. 아이고, 다시. 일단 여기는 이렇게 같은데. 아, 여기가 안 맞잖아. 여기는 이거 맞는데. 아닌가? 안 맞나? 맞는데. 요렇게. 이렇게. 아, 아닌데. 이게 하나 크기가 다르네. 요걸 줄여 그럼? 여기가 크기가 똑같아야 되는데. 이거 맞았다. 이거 안 되고. 오, 근데 이게 크기가 달라. 오. 아, 이렇게다. 이렇게고. 앞으로 더 갈 수가 있나? 여기가 안 맞아. 됐다.
No, that was it.
Nice work.
Nice
Sounds
work.
like it unlocked.
Yeah, it's built on top of a little metal box. There's a book in here.
상자 안에 책이 또 잠겨있네. 비밀 일기장. 많이 봐서 다른 책. 일기처럼 생겼다. 기묘한 금속 장치로 잠겨져 있다. 못 여나요? 피피한테 가서 물어봐야 되나? 이 책은 뭐예요?
What's that big book on the desk?
Looks like something Fifi's been writing.
Is it a clue?
I hope not. It's just a bunch of notes about her microbiology experiments.
요거는
Boxes of stuff.
요거는
A pretty ornate window.
We're supposed to be looking for clues, not assessing the real estate value.
And over here, you'll see the owner's a simple trick, but it really transforms the space.
이
What's
노트는요?
that big book?
Looks like something.
본
I
거네요.
hope not. It's just a bunch of notes about her micro.
That's a whole lot of books.
요거는 뭐야?
That's a whole lot of books.
침대.
It's a bed.
Barely.
오. 이거는
Boxes of stuff.
이거.
It's a magnifying glass. A big
How
one.
come you don't have one of those?
Why? Because I'm a detective? Should I start smoking a pipe too?
You couldn't pull off a pipe.
아, 귀여워. 둘이 막 티키타카 하는 게 너무 재밌어요. 받고 이쪽 방 가볼까요? 아, 이거 풀어야 되는데, 피츠. 호피의 방. 아, 설마 둘 연결되어 있는 건가?
A big glass door leads out into a garden.
There's a little mechanism by.
뚜껑을 밀어 열 수 있어. 그게 이렇게 돼 있지 않았나?
Nothing.
All
Still.
four tiles have a
Those other symbols.
I think it is.
이렇게 반대였나? 이렇게?
Something happened.
아,
That must be
맞네.
it.
두 개가 연결되어 있는 거구나.
And the door's still locked.
I still feel like we made some sort of
저쪽 방에서도 해야 되겠죠?
Didn't we solve
We did, but the door's...
봐보세요. 아, 해가,
moon
아유,
tiles
But the sun symbols might be important. for
해가 이렇게 3, 3, 2, 4, 3, 3, 2, 4 가서 일단 풀어보고 그래 둘이 약혼자는 따로 있는데 지금 둘이 뭔가
It's
있어.
locked.
I thought we were halfway up a tower.
We are.
What's that thing by the handle?
이렇게였죠?
It made a noise.
I guess that was right. Finally, it's open.
Whatever's on the other side.
나가자. 둘이 방 사이에 이렇게 이어져 있고 아주 뭐야 이거는?
Giant stone frog. Love it.
Ah, he's got his tongue out like he's catching snowflakes.
Except those aren't snowflakes. They're feathers.
깃털. 이거 그 새들 4개의 깃털. 이 깃털들은 대부분 큰 석조 개구리의 혀 주위에서 찾았다. 그리고 이 장미가 그 프레야의
It's a rose bush
방에서
growing on a little
봤던
patch of bluish soil.
피츠랑 포피 그림에
Now,
있었던 거
apart from a
아닌가?
couple of loose petals on one side, the whole thing looks very well cared for.
The roses are bright red, too.
Now, aren't roses...
Exactly.
이건 뭐야?
It's another little statue, doing a really bad job of hiding in the bushes.
He's playing a lute this time.
He's also wearing headphones.
Well, they're not part of the statue, and they're not headphones. They're earmuffs.
심하게. 류트 동상. 류트를 들고 있는 약간 낡은 괴상한 생물체의 동상. 동상의 머리에 기마개가 쓸려져 있다. 되게 좋네, 집이. 요거는 뭐예요?
Ah, a little water feature.
It's making me sleepy.
Wonder how it's hooked up. A little pond.
It looks really, really deep for some reason. See those metal bars around the edges, too?
Oh, yeah. What are you
무슨
supposed to
막대?
for?
Nothing anymore. Looks like somebody broke them and then never bothered to fix it.
다리가
Oh, good.
있어.
A bridge. I'm glad to know there's a way to get across that tiny, tiny pond.
Not all bridges are about getting across stuff.
Careful, we're pretty high up.
Yeah, we're on a roof.
잠자리.
It's one big dragonfly.
Or one very small dragon.
여기 알.
More egg statues.
I don't get it. Why eggs?
Well, either they have some special significance or the sculptor was just really lazy.
What do you mean?
An egg has got to be the easiest shape to make. More egg statues.
I don't get it.
Well, the sculptor. An egg has got to be the easy. More egg statues.
I don't get it.
Well, the sculptor.
똑같네.
An egg has got to be the easiest.
여긴 볼 게 없는 건가? 이건 뭐예요?
So relaxing. I might just stay here.
Oh, shall I go finish the investigation on my own?
마무리할까쇼?
That'd be great.
그러든지 말든지. 볼 게 없는 것 같아요. 포피의 방으로 갑시다.
Sheet music.
표.
It's
Presume.
only a few notes. I'd barely even call that music.
Yeah, it's been framed though. Must be important for some reason.
악보, 낱장 악보가 액자 속에 있다. 섬세하고 오래된 그림 장식이 있다. 도레미, 미미미, 따다다. 아이고.
Oh, thank goodness, there are 7 lit candles. Wouldn't want it to be dark in here.
7개의 캔들.
It's an octopus.
문어였어?
it's not. It has 6 legs, not 8. Don't say it.
왜? 뭐가?
Sextopus.
뭐야?
It's a metronome for keeping
메트로놈.
time.
자세히 봅시다.
It's ticking. Is it a bomb?
망가졌나?
It's supposed to be ticking. Not sure what those symbols are, though.
버튼을 써서 메트로놈 다이얼 4개를 모두 돌려 맨 위로 가게 해. 다이얼 4개를 돌리라고? 아. 됐어요.
That's done it.
Neat. What happened?
A little hatch unlocked in the back.
Anything in there?
Mm-hmm. It's a photograph.
다들 뭔가 숨겨놓은 게 왜 이렇게 많아?
Part of a photograph.
아, 그 프레야 방에서 찾은 거랑 합쳐지는 건가? 어? 찢어진 사진 속에는 금발의 분홍 옷을 입은 소녀가 있다. 사진 속 소녀는 밝은 분홍 카세트 플레이어와 헤드폰을 쓰고 있다. 나머지 사진은 피피와 프레야이다. 프레야의 방에 숨겨져 있었다. 뭐지? 이건 포피야? 근데 모습이 되게 다른데?
There's something about that pink cassette. Something suspicious.
Let's ask Poppy about it.
합시다. 눈을 땡그랗게 뜨셔.
I need to confirm something with you, Poppy.
Confirm away.
What can you tell us about this cassette?
너무 불량스럽게 안
yours?
뜯어서 그러시는 거 아니야?
It belongs to Freya. She liked to have music playing while she was painting, you know.
And do you know what kind of music is on this tape?
No idea. Acid jazz?
It's piano music. Sounds an awful lot like your music, to be honest.
Sure it doesn't belong to you?
Why are we even talking about this? Cassette tapes have been redundant for a good few years now.
The tape was found at the crime scene. It was in the gramophone.
It's not mine. I'd never own anything like that.
Why not?
Not my color.
사진에서는 당신은 예전에 이런
You
색을
used to
좋아했습니다.
like these colors.
Ridiculous.
We need a clue to compare with the cassette tape. Something that proves Poppy used to like these colors.
사진이 있었죠. 이거.
Let's take a closer look at this.
추론. 뭐가? 분홍 카세트 테이프. 요거 분홍 카세트 플레이어. 오래된 사진에서 피피가 아니라 포피가 사용한 거잖아. 분홍 카세트 테이프는 사건 현장에 발견된 것과 일치한다 이거 아닌데? 최신 버전? 최신 버전? 뒤바뀐 것? 테이프의 메시지, 분홍 카세트 테이프. 맞는데 이거 오래된 사진에서 최신 버전? 최신 버전이 아니라 지난 버전인데?
The pink cassette tape
아닌가
is an
봐.
older version of the pink cassette player used by Poppy in this
아닌가 봐요.
old photo. Almost. Maybe just
하나만.
change.
이거 같은데 분홍 카세트 테이프는 사건 현장에서 발견된 것과 일치한다. 그것은 바로 아니잖아요. 정원에서 발견되지 않았는데 뒤바뀐 것?
The pink cassette tape.
아니에요.
Almost. Maybe just
아, 이게 문제인데?
the pink
아, 이거
cassette tape
없구나.
found at
말이
the crime scene
이상하잖아.
matches the pink cassette player used by Poppy in this old photo.
That is not me.
Yeah, it is. I'll prove it.
요거. 아, 뭐야? 뭐야, 왜.
You look a little different, but Fifi and Freya are pretty recognizable. It's clearly a photo of you with your two best friends. Why'd you tear it up and then hide it?
I think the answer is pretty straightforward.
포피는 이제 피피와 프레야를 싫어해?
Poppy hates Fifi and Freya now.
You sure about that?
Not entirely.
아닌가
I
보다.
think the answer is pretty
아니었어.
straightforward.
포피는 더 이상 그렇게
Poppy doesn't
보이고
want to
싶지
look like that
않아.
anymore.
That's it.
이것도 아니야.
Makes this whole thing seem kind of irrelevant.
Maybe. It depends on the reason.
The reason she doesn't want to look like that anymore?
The passage of time is a powerful thing.
Hold on. This means that pink cassette tape does belong to you, Poppy.
It used to. I recorded some piano music onto it and gave it to Freya as a gift. Years ago.
Freya could have easily been listening to this tape at the exact moment she was killed. There's gotta be a connection between the tape, the gramophone, and the murder.
There's one other thing I want to know. How did it get that crack down the middle?
I have no idea.
포피의 혐의는 그러면은 밝혀진 거야? 아이고. 다시 다 봤나? 바닥에 이거
Ah,
뭐야?
yes, a giant symbol drawn in chalk on the floor. Always a good omen.
It's an eye.
침대.
That is the bed of a vampire.
I thought vampires slept in coffins.
This is a vampire who needs firm support for their lower back. There's a name for this kind of... You know, these ones that stand upright.
업라이트였나? 옷장인가?
Anything in the wardrobe?
Dresses mostly. I never realized there are so many shades of black.
다 봤나 봐요. 이거 장미.
A single red rose. How very traditional.
Yeah, weird.
마지막 장소. 페넬로피의 방.
That's some flower.
There's something weird about it. It just feels out of place.
화분의 꽃, 특이한 모양을 한 밝은 색깔의 꽃, 매우 건강하며 잘 돌본 것처럼 보인다. 화분의 토양은 신선하고 촉촉해 보인다. 게다가 색이 비정상적으로 푸르다. 이상하게 생기긴 했어.
A little bedtime reading?
Let's see.
아, 이 방 되게 예쁘다.
Romance novels, detective novels, and
What?
this one appears to be both.
Nice.
A little tea set. Looks recently used.
One of the cups has tea in it.
What's in the other one?
Birdseed.
세모이. 여행을 다닌다 그래가지고 이렇게
Traveling
캐리어가
cases.
많은 거야?
Empty. All of them. It's a birdhouse.
Are those real birds?
봅시다. 엥? 이건 리얼 버드가
They're
아니네?
wooden.
They're using up all the perches. What if a real bird wanted to use it?
7마리 색의 위치를 바꿔봐. 뭔가 색이 섞여가지고 이 색이 나온다 이건가? 약간 빨간이랑 파랑이랑 섞이면은 초록이랑 아니 빨간이랑 아니 파랑이랑 노랑이랑
No, that was it.
맞네요.
Nice work. Did the door open? What's in there?
뭔데요? 뭐야? 구겨진 종이, 찢어진 종이가 둥글게 말려있다. 주위에 빨간 꽃잎이 흩뿌려져 있었다. 종이에는 분노의 자 힐갈겨 쓴 메시지가 있다. 이제 내가 그녀를 갖겠어. 꽃잎은 옥상 정원에서 자라는 빨간 장미로 떨어진 것이다. 어? 나와 이게 설. 뭔 소리야? 뭐지? 이제는 내가 그녀를 갖겠어? 대체 뭐야? 보자.
Ever get the feeling you're being watched?
Mannequins don't have eyes, though.
That's not a comforting sentence.
진짜 마네킹을 왜 방에다가
Is anything in there?
Bed sheets.
That's not even remotely suspicious.
밖에는
Looks
어때요?
like nature invited itself in. Rude.
계단,
That might be the most pointless staircase I've ever seen.
카펫.
This is the fanciest room so far.
Too fancy.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
방 이쁜데? 페니한테 좀 물어봅시다. 안 물어본 게 있는 것 같아요. 페니가 이거 봤나? 이걸 봤었나?
My little writing desk.
There's nothing written in the book. Although,
페이지가 찢겨나간 책? 이거 물어볼래. 왜 얘네들 이렇게 해놨어요?
I must say the
많이
girls are
생겼다.
awfully well behaved today. I think they know we're in the presence of company.
they belong to you. Why do you keep them in a cage?
They need a special diet, particular treatment. I let them out to fly occasionally, of course. But they're all one of a kind. I couldn't let anything happen to them.
Do they have names?
Of course. Let me introduce you to Tabitha, Tamara, and Tatiana.
타마라, 타티아나.
I've already forgotten all three of those names.
Which
나도.
one is which?
Oh, that's simple. Tatiana is the oldest, Tabitha is the most patient, and Tamara has the best sense of rhythm.
Glad we cleared that up.
What about the one on your head?
On my head? It's just my hat. It doesn't have a name. Who would name their hat?
아, 뭐 진짜 새가 아니었어? 이거 뭐예요?
That's rather strange now, isn't it?
We found it in your room.
Just lying around, was it?
Nope. You'd hidden it, but we found it.
We do that.
Who's the her in the message? And what's the deal with the petals?
It's really none of your business.
그렇긴 한데 알려주시면 안 되나? 이 꽃은
Yes, it's
뭐예요?
my flower.
You don't like it?
I'm no good at caring for plants. I forget to water them. Birds are much easier. They're a lot more vocal when they get thirsty.
Do you at least like the look of the flower?
The look?
The colors? The shape of it?
Between you and me, I think it's a little vulgar.
이거 모둠삽.
Did Fitz show you that?
Not exactly.
We found it hidden under his bed.
Ah, right.
이 깃털에 대해서
There
아실까요?
used to be all kinds of birds here at Tangle Tower. The most fascinating breeds, all totally unique.
Used to be? There are birds all over the place.
Most of them are rather ordinary, I'm afraid.
What happened to the non-ordinary ones?
That is a very good question.
왜 안 알려줘? 굿퀘스천이라고 했으면서. 아, 물어보자. 필릭스라고.
I must say, I really don't care for the den of self-delusion that he's retreated into. People are better off when they just let themselves be themselves. Between you and me, I think Felix is secretly rather miserable.
절망하고 있다고?
Can't say I've ever taken an interest in Uncle's astronomy. On occasion, I've dared to visit him in his tower, but I always regret it. It's all just a little too abstract for me.
What do you mean?
Oh, did you know the sun is apparently over 400,000 miles wide? Okay, so what should I do with that information? How does it help me?
Don't look at me. You're the one who memorized
실용주의자였어?
it.
실용주의자?
Oh, did you talk to Poppy already?
Yeah, a little bit.
And did you make any notes of what she told you?
Yeah, I did.
Lovely. Burn them. It'll all be lies.
Why would Poppy lie to us?
싫어하는구나.
Because that's what she does. She's a snake. Looks like one too.
Don't you think you're being a little unfair, Penny?
She started it.
서로 싫어하는구나. 삼각관계라서?
There's something about those petals we found in Penny. Something suspicious.
Let's ask her about it.
물어봅시다.
So, yeah, we found this.
Oh, that's nothing.
You wrote, "Now I'll get her," on a piece of paper and hid it in your room. That's not nothing.
Actually, it's not the message I wanted to ask about. It's those red flower petals.
The petals.
빨간 장미의 꽃잎이죠.
They're from red roses. And there's only one place in Tangle Tower with red roses.
We need a clue. Something that shows the roses and who they belong to.
장미가 거기에 있었는데 공중정원에 이걸 보여줘야 되나? 포피 거.
It's a drawing of Fitz and Poppy in the rooftop garden. See what Fitz is holding?
I can't imagine what you're getting at, but it doesn't matter. I couldn't have taken anything from the rooftop garden. It's only accessible from Fitz's room or Poppy's room. How could I have taken something from a garden to which I have no access?
Is it really only accessible from those two bedrooms?
For most people, it would be. But don't forget, Penny's the resident ornithologist.
My dears, what are you accusing me of?
추리. 페니의 꽃. 페니의 꽃은 페니의 꽃이어야 되나? 누군가로부터 도난당했다. 바로 페니의 새 중 한 마리. 하지만 성공하지 못했다? 무언가를 엿보는데? 선물이었다. 페니의 꽃이 도난당한... 이게... 공중정원에서 얘네가 훔쳐왔다는 건가?
Penny's flower.
아닌데?
No.
페니는 정원에 갈 수 없어. 하지만 다른 누군가는 가능했을지도. 페니의 새 중 한 마리가 무언가를 엿보이는데 사용되었다. 그들의 주의를 돌렸다. 하지만 성공하지 못했다. 무언가로 엿보는 무언가를 엿보이는데 사용됐다. 바로 포피와 피츠. 하지만
One of
성공하지
Penny's
못했다.
birds. Almost. Maybe just change one thing.
하나만? 돈을 훔쳤다.
One of Penny's birds
증거?
was used to spy on Poppy and Fitz and steal evidence from them. We know those two have been spending time together in the rooftop garden. I'm guessing you got paranoid. Wanted to know what they were up to.
I'm just not the jealous type. I would never suspect Fitz of anything like that. Besides, Tabitha hardly ever leaves her cage. She's certainly never flown up to the rooftop garden.
We need a clue to compare with Penny's birds. Something to
그거.
prove one of them has been in the rooftop garden.
깃털.
Let's take a closer look at these.
요거지 요거. 노란 깃털이 얘잖아. 남긴 것은 옥상 정원을 방문했을 때였다. 페니의 노란새가 옥상 정원을 방문했을 때 이 노란 깃털을 남겼다.
This yellow feather was left behind by Penny's yellow bird when it visited the rooftop garden.
I can't stand it! Knowing the two of them are hidden away up there in their private little garden. I couldn't risk spying on them myself, so I asked dear Tabitha to do it for me. I knew she'd be able to bring me back some evidence.
Sorry, Penny, but are you not overreacting a little?
You don't understand. Fitz is slipping away from me. He's so quiet with me these days. But being with Poppy seems to bring him out of his shell. I don't know what he sees in her miserable little... I apologize. This really isn't your burden to bear.
아니 그 피츠도 웃긴 게 약혼을 했는데 그 약혼을 깨던지 아니 애초에 약혼자의 사촌이랑 그러면 어떡해. 충분히 설명을 해주던가 그 전에. 피츠한테